morning, Rabotai. Mark as the Hilula of Rabbi David Draa Halevi. Who was Rabbi David Draa Halevi? Number one, we're not sure if his Hilula is Zayin Sivan. It's very hard to know that because he actually came from the expulsion from Spain, from Sevilla. There are different reports if he first came to Fez and left there because 2 years later there was a fire and then a plague that devastated the city, killed many people. And from there he went to Dobdo, and from Dobdo he went to the mountains next to Marrakesh, the area called Draa, next to the city of Dimnat. Yeah, maybe that's where your name is from, right? Next to the city of Dimnat, next to the city of Dimnat, or did he go directly to Dobdo? Either way, what Rav David Draa Halevi is mainly known for, it's a place where people visit the kever and they pray by it. Zaltov, but there's a sefer called Sefer HaMalchut, the book of kingdom, and in this Sefer HaMalchut you find a wisdom of Kabbalah that is a very unique wisdom of Kabbalah that's based on Chokhmat HaTziruf of different combinations, and he has a very unique approach. Remember, this is pre-Arizal. That's why we don't hear so much about this, because nowadays the Chokhmat HaKabbalah that we know nowadays is basically learned from the Arizal. But there was this Chokhmat HaKabbalah coming from Spain. There was great Mekubalim in Spain like Rav Yitzchak de Min Akko, and obviously the Ramban was the first of the Mekubalim. There was the son of Dara Avad, that was that great Mekubalim. Just they had their traditions passed down for generations. It was right around at this time as well that the Zohar Kadosh was discovered in Spain. So there's a lot of things going on in that Tekufa, but particularly the Sefer HaMalchut was printed in Casablanca in 1930. There was the Haskamot from Rav Meir Chai El Kaim, and who was the Abid Mesamech Elokim. He was the Dayan at the time, as well as Rav Yaakov Toledano, who eventually was from originally from Meknes, but he lived in Tiberia. He became the Sara Datot, besides being the chief rabbi of one of the areas there, he became the Sara Datot, Rav Yaakov Moshe Toledano, Mechaber Sefer Shiluk Teshuvot Yam HaGadol. So he also has a Hagdama about Rav David Halevi. Rav David Buzaglo, the famous Paitan, has a song about Rabbi David Halevi. Because, because he had a student called Rabbi Mordechai Buzaglo, the Mechaber Sefer Ma'ayanot HaChochma. So there is information that we know about him and the legacy of Torah that he left behind, which is this Chokhmat HaTziruf, which is learned till today. It went through a few printings already. Sefer HaMalchut now was printed new from somebody in Eretz Yisrael called Rav Uri El Nikaveh. There that is, they teach that Kabbalah, and this is once again a demonstration how the Chachamim of Morocco were spread out in many different Chokhmot. Here you have from the area of Draa, which is nowadays basically donkeys. You're not going to find too much over there. And it was like there's this kever till today that people go and visit and they pray by, and they have the Hilula, obviously Yeshuot v'Nechamot. So I think I just saw a song by Itzik Shriti put out about Rabbi David Draa Halevi. So his neshama should obviously should be have an aliyah and protect us. They call Israel. Amen. Ken Yiratzon. Chazak u'baruch.